Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to start part one of a story called My Very Own Room. So let me go in presentation mode. Okay, so you're going to watch the video today, and then when we're done, you're going to go to slide 11 and do your assignment. So we're reviewing vocabulary for this week. So we have separate, to set apart or place apart, determination, a firm purpose, storage, a place for keeping things for the future use, exact means very accurate, ruined is damaged greatly or harmed, and lucky is having or bringing the most good luck. All right, here's our story, My Very Own Room. It does have us do some predicting as we go through the story, and then we're going to work a little bit on summarizing what's happening in the story also. First, what are some good things about having your own room? Just think about it yourself. I know that if you have your own room, you can organize it and have all your own belongings. And it's kind of nice to have your own private space to put your things and have an area where you can read or have your own quiet time. So here we go. I woke up one morning on a crowded bed in a crowded room. Victor's elbow was jabbing me in the ribs. Mario had climbed out of his crib and crawled in with us. Now his legs lay across my face, and I could hardly breathe. In the bed next to ours, my three other brothers were sleeping. I was getting too big for this. I was almost 9 years old, and I was tired of sharing my room with my 5 little brothers. More than anything in the whole world, I wanted my own room. A little space was all I wanted, but there wasn't much of it. Our tiny house was shared by 8 of us, and sometimes more when our friends and relatives came from Mexico and stayed with us until they found jobs and places to live. Once a family of 8 kids, mostly boys, lived with us for 2 months. It was noisy and a lot of fun. There was always a long line to use the bathroom, but the toilet seat was always warm. Do you think the girl will get her own room? Why or why not? Take a second and think about it. Boy, it sure is crowded in her room, that's for sure. How do the girl's feelings about sharing her room with her brothers change from when she was younger until now? So how does she feel now and why? So think about yourself. Put yourself in her situation. She probably, when she was younger, she didn't really mind it. She didn't realize that it was, kind of crowded until she starts to get a little bit older and she's trying to sleep better. And, as you get older, you do kind of need your own space. So all things to consider. Sometimes very early in the morning while everyone was still sleeping, I would climb up the crooked ladder that leaned against the elm tree in our backyard. I would sit on a little board pretending it was a bench and just think. I could hear my father snoring. He worked all night at the factory and went to bed just before dawn. I loved my brothers. It wasn't that I didn't want to be near them. I just needed a place of my own. I tiptoed around our tiny 2-bedroom house. I peeked behind the curtain my mother had made from flour sacks to separate the living room from the storage closet. Ah, there it is. That could be my room. I imagined it with my own bed, table, and lamp, a place where I could read books I loved, write in my diary, and dream. I sat down among the boxes. My mom must have heard me because she came in from the kitchen. Mama, it's perfect, I said, and I told her my idea. Ah, Mita, you do not understand. We are storing my sister's sewing machine and your uncle's garden tools. Someday they will need their things to make a better life in this new country. And there's the furniture and the old clothes, she said. Slowly she shook her head. Then she saw the determination on my face and the tears forming in my eyes. Wait, she said, seriously thinking. Maybe we could put things on the back porch and cover them with old blankets. And we could put a tarp on top so nothing would get ruined, I added. Yes, I think we can do it. Let's take everything out and see how much space there is. I gave her a great big hug, and then she kissed me. All right, boys and girls, these boxes are on slide 11, and they just have some points of summarizing the story so far. So they are story elements. The first box is characters. You're going to tell me who's in the story. The second one is setting, where the story is taking place so far. Predicting what you think will happen next in the story. And then two events. Events are part of the plot. So tell me something that happened at the very beginning and then something that happened right after that. Two things from the story. All right, bye for now.